Welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel. I'm Alberto, and we are going to preview the Champions League match, the first one of the group stage between Dynamo Kiev and Juventus. Let's get right to it. So we're going to kick off with the history of this matchup. And when I gave my Champions League group preview, I went over all these numbers. Let's see if you can remember them. All time, 4 matches between these clubs. 3 wins going to Juventus, 1 match ending in a draw. 12 total goals scored for Juventus, 3 for Dynamo Kiev. Now, do you remember who the top goal scorers, the 5 top goal scorers for this fixture's history are? We're going to start from number 5 and work our way up to 1 and see if you can remember or nail who the top 1 is. At number 5, Pavel Nedved with 1. At number 4, also tied with Nedved with 1, is Salas. In third, Alessandro Del Piero with 2 goals. Also with 2 goals, tying Alessandro Del Piero, Marco Di Vaio. And the leader in this fixture with 4 goals, Pippo Inzaghi. If you got Pippo Inzaghi, you nailed it. But yeah, match by the numbers in favor of Juventus. Doesn't mean a whole bunch when the clubs don't face each other very often, because the only time they're going to is in Champions League. But it's just some fun little trivia. Here's another fun little piece of trivia before we get to the actual matchup. Who is the only player to be transferred between these clubs? If you get this one, I'd be incredibly impressed. And I want to know if you knew this without Google or anything, but it's Alexander Zavarov in 1988-89 for a total of $4.4 million. He played around 76 matches for Juventus, scored 13 goals. I think he had about 4 assists, ended up leaving on a free. But there's a good piece of trivia. If you got that one right, you should be very, very happy, and I'm very, very impressed. Now, looking at the clubs, injury-wise, Dynamo Kiev is relatively healthy. They've had one of their fullbacks, 26-year-old or 25-year-old Berta, who's actually ruptured his Achilles. He's going to be out. But other than that, they're good to go. Juventus, apparently Aaron Ramsey is good to go. In a few of the projected lineups, he's shown as starting. In other ones, he is not. And it looks like we might go with Rabiot and Bentancur. So it'll be interesting to see there, as he's just coming off injury. Weston McKennie and Cristiano Ronaldo will be out due to coronavirus. Alexandro still out with a hamstring injury, and Matthias de Ligt still recovering from shoulder surgery. And Sami Khedira continues to not be in our plans. All right. Basically this club, this will be a tricky one because it's on the road, and Kiev is in good form in their respective league. 6 key matches in, 4 wins, 2 draws, playing good. Their manager, Lucescu, has a history with Juve of facing them 11 matches. He has only won once. He's got 4 draws and 6 losses versus Juventus. And our manager, Andrea Pirlo, has a perfect record, unbeaten against Dynamo Kiev. Of course he does. He's a brand new manager. We'll see if he can keep that going. He is undefeated so far. Take that for what it is, granted, with the performances and 1 match ending in forfeit. Still undefeated. Let's see what happens here. But no, the lineups is going to be a tricky one here, and it makes it hard to really know what to expect at Juventus or make a prediction in this one. One of the projected lineups that came out had a lot of similarities, except that it was showing Chiesa on the left wing-back position. It had Ramsey in as trequartista with Kulusevski and Morata up top. My issue with this is, would Pirlo really tinker even more? especially after what went on at Crotone and what happened with Roma and the struggles in play. I think he needs to get back to the base there. He wanted the 3-5-2, have someone in trequartista. I don't know if it's worth risking Ramsey so quick. Maybe Kulishevsky should be there. Hopefully Dybala's fit. That's a big question mark. And we'll see. In the middle of the park, it had Arthur and Rabiot as the two pivots. I have my doubts about Arthur being in the pivot, but hopefully maybe it was just a one-off shit show against Crotone, and hopefully they can pull it together. If he does get in there as one of the pivots, I think Rabiot needs to be in the lineup. I personally would have liked to see Rabiot and Bentancur in there. Maybe Kulishevsky as trequartista and Dybala Morata up top. One way or another, I think Morata needs to be up there. He was easily man of the match against Crotone. I'd have him up there again. Chiesa on the left wing back position, I don't like. I think we're going to run into the same scenario of when we move Cuadrado over there to the left. I think Frabotta needs to go. Some might have concerns about playing Frabotta in a Champions League match, but to be honest, it's the first group stage of Champions League. It's Dynamo Kiev. Yes, it's away, but Frabotta has actually been played in that position. Chiesa, even on the right side, showed huge defensive struggles, almost non-existent in his defensive phase of the game. It won't work, and I wouldn't have faith in it. I would play Frabotta there. Cuadrado as right wing back. Chiesa maybe doesn't get into the game unless Dybala can't go, and you play him up top with Morata, with Kulishevsky in behind, because I believe Kulishevsky, watching him play, he needs to have that space ahead of him. He is a driving force. I think when he's up top, he's not used to having his back to goal, and I think he does his best damage running at defenders, using his strength, using his technical abilities, and it worked for us on the goal against Crotone. He was running at defenders. He was able to play a perfect through ball for Chiesa, who in turn hit Morata. So that's the lineup I would like to see. And really, it's going to be a guessing game with Pirlo. We have such a small body of work from him. He's been tinkering a lot. I think he needs to stop tinkering, go back to what was working, and or at least looked better on the pitch. And let's get the wheels rolling again and get some momentum going. All that said, laying a prediction on this one, very, very challenging. Also worth noting that the past 6 away matches for Juventus, I don't believe they've had a victory. We need one like a crackhead needs a hit, all right? We need to win this one big time. I'm going to say that hopefully the boys react. I'm hoping Dybala gets in the lineup. I hope that lights a fire in everyone. I hope they want to basically erase the memory of Crotone and that stain and the embarrassment that comes with that draw. So I am going to say Juve will win this match. I think it's going to be a tight one. I think it's going to be tricky, but I think we'll edge it out 2-1. That's my prediction. Juve will get the W, but it'll be a grind. Get ready for a grind. But hey, as Juventini, we're used to that, aren't we? Drop your comments here on the video or reach out to me on Twitter @AllJuveCast and let me know what you think is going to happen in this match. Let me know how you think Juventus should line up. I want to hear from all of you. I'm pumped. Champions League is back, baby. Forza Juve. Fino alla fine. Ciao.